Bebop has to be one of the most annoying characters to play against in Deadlock, so let's teach you how to play him. And of course, if you're new here or find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed, why not? You're coming back anyways. As we are pushing for 10,000 subscribers, that's enough about me. I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Now let's get started by talking about the mechanics and abilities that Bebop has. The hook is both frustrating for enemies and enjoyable for you to use. When upgraded, it gains increased range and reduced cooldown. If you're using the gun Bop build, it also adds gun damage to enemies hit by that hook for 10 seconds. Bomb is another powerful tool. Each time it hits an enemy hero, it permanently increases its damage by 2.5%. By placing it on yourself, any minions, or even enemy players. Next is the uppercut, which has a lot of depth in its upgrades. If you're playing the gun Bebop build, the uppercut can deal significantly more damage and even reset the cooldown of your hook when maxed out. This allows you to hook, uppercut, and then hook again right after, which can be extremely useful in the case when you're trying to gather a whole bunch of picks for your team. The ultimate ability, Hyper Beam, is incredibly strong with one of the highest spirit scaling damage rates in the game. It deals damage not just through the beam but also in the area around you. When you're aiming, you'll notice a purple circle on the ground, which is key to positioning. When fully upgraded, Hyper Beam also provides 100% lifesteal on any hero it hits, making it useful for both team fights and early farming, particularly for tier 3 camps, and also super effective at taking out guardians, walkers, and shrines. Now, one of the key combos with Bebop, or just a mechanic you should know, is using the hook and then turning around mid-hook. If you just hook straight, the enemy lands directly in front of you, but if you slowly turn as you hook, they will land in front of you at the right time. This is especially useful in the laning phase where you want to hook enemies, turn around, and uppercut them into your tower. This will 9 times out of 10 give you a guaranteed kill on the enemy laner. A standard combo would be hooking, uppercutting, and then planting a bomb while they're airborne. Since the uppercut launches them, they can't escape while they're flying. It's also worth noting that the height of the uppercut depends on your aim. A straight uppercut sends them a short distance, but aiming upwards launches them higher. This is crucial when positioning enemies, like near a tower where you can maximize damage. You can use this technique with teammates hiding around corners to ambush opponents as well. Now let's talk about my preferred build and why you should be using it in Deadlock. Now, I was a fan of the Echo Shard build with Bebop, but honestly I've fallen in love with this gun Bebop build, and I think you should give it a try as well. So the build we're using is titled King of Fire Rate Ultra Gun Bop, made by this person. Sorry, I don't know, Storm. So what you're doing is you're starting with basic mag, then you'll get Swift Strike, Bullet Lifesteal, Bullet Resist, Mystic Reach, Spirit Boots, and an extra regen. Now of course go basic mag and then build into Mystic Reach and Spirit Boots. You could also get melee lifesteal if you really need it. But as you can see, I have 66 in the mag. By basic mag, now I have 82. It's an insane increase in your magazine capacity, and it also gives more weapon damage. Then you're building Mystic Reach to increase the range and effect radius of your abilities and items. This allows it to make your hook go further on like level 1, level 2. Then Sprint Boots and extra regen are pretty self-explanatory. Swift Striker, as you can see, my fire rate is increased by plus 22% and plus 10% ammo, so I have 0% fire rate as of right now. Then when you buy Swift Striker, you get a faster charge up and just a lot more damage. Then of course Bullet Lifesteal, pretty situational for when you're in lane. Bullet Resist Shredder is pretty self-explanatory. You buy it, it reduces bullet resist on enemies when you deal spirit damage, and of course all of your abilities do spirit damage. So you hook, you uppercut, and they have their resist reduced as you are going gun Bebop. Intensifying mag is a pretty self-explanatory item and a highly encourageable item to buy. And as the creator says, rush this item if you can. This is a major, I guess, snowball item that'll allow you to do a ton of damage. As you can see, I have 105 in my ammo capacity. I do 1,863 if I land all of my shots, which is insane damage for early game. Then we're going to Burst Fire. Again, slight distance is nice, and this the fire rate increase is also nice. It's great damage. Now honestly, what I like to do is I like to then rush into Hunter's Aura, because I think it's a great buy, reduces nearby enemies' bullet resistance fire rate. This is a great buy overall. Then I will immediately go into Veil Walker, and of course getting my boots. And then after I get my boots and Veil Walker and Hunter's Aura, I will immediately next go into Shadow Weave. I like going Shadow Weave really early, so I can get the invis hooks and just be a complete nuisance to people. I think this with the ambush proc, you do so much damage. Now you could get glass cannon, but I would get Shadow Weave over all of these items unless you absolutely need to get any of these items. And then once you get Shadow Weave, then you can go back and get Combat Barrier and Enchantress Barrier. But change it up if you need to. And that's honestly the build that I highly recommend as of right now. And of course, if you agree, disagree, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.